Sensation and perception. Again, there might be maybe 7, 8 questions on your first exam. Sensory thresholds. Again, a threshold is an ability to withstand something. An absolute threshold, also known as the just noticeable threshold, is the minimum or smallest change in stimulation that can be detected 50% of the time. In other words, if I were to drop a coin in this class and you were all silent, you could probably hear it, right? We go out to Dale Mabry in traffic, you couldn't hear it. What's the 50-50 point? That's known as the just noticeable difference. Subliminal. S-U-B-L-I-M-I-N-A-L. Or as President Bush would say, subliminable. This actually means below the threshold. 2 facts about subliminal stimulation. Number 1, does it exist? Yes. Lab experiments have demonstrated we can sense things below our threshold, like music. Does it persuade you to buy something? No. This story about the Fort Lee Drive-In movie theater where they subliminally flash Coke, drink Coke, eat popcorn, first of all, it never happened. Second of all, if it did happen, there's no evidence that people in droves go out. Another example, Jim, you're a musician. I believe it was not Motley Crue, who was it? Metallica was sued because they allegedly had a subliminal message to kill yourself, and a kid killed himself, taken to court, no evidence whatsoever. Can it be perceived? Yes. Subliminal means below the threshold. It means it's imperceptible. You don't know you're perceiving it. It's below your threshold. Take a look at Weber's Law in your chapter. Take a look at, we're not going to emphasize a look at what sight and sound. Smell, by the way, for every sense we have what's called sense receptors. That's the word I was looking for. For example, our sense of smell. We have the sense receptors called olfactory epithelium. Little tiny membranes that help pick up smell. Olfactory epithelium. Isn't it an interesting sense of smell? How it can affect us emotionally, right? You could be in an airport and your ex-girlfriend's perfume, you notice it, you start to break out crying because it reminds you how she left you, right? Taste, your taste buds are your sense receptors, right? Your eyes, the rods, the cones, these are all related to vision. You know, by the way, if you hear, here's an experiment. Put your index finger here and poke it a little. You all see that little black spot? See it? Come on. Work with me. You've just cut off, that's called a blind spot. You've cut out your sight. You see the black spot? You got to poke your eye a little bit, okay? Don't poke it out, but and I believe that's all I have for this chapter. Except for one other thing, ESP. Many of you may believe in ESP. There is no evidence, there's no scientific evidence that any ESP has ever been demonstrated. Let me just review your exam one more time, see if I left anything out. We're almost on time.